When good people are silent, bad things happen. So I'm back, and I will stay with you to see you through the turbulent housing market together. My name is Andrew Finney, and I create educational real estate videos like this one to help you. Now, some experts say the housing market will drop 50% to 70%. The housing market is crashing, or that it's decelerating. Unfortunately, searching Google or even Apple's news doesn't get any better. With that much chaos out there, it's no wonder why so many people are confused. So I'm not going to tell you what everyone else is saying about the real estate market. In many cases, it's flat out wrong, speculative, and misguided. And let's face it, it's just designed to get your click. With all that mess smelling like yesterday's hot, wet garbage, what you might not have heard is the truth. So I'll tell you the truth. From what I see, there are 6 of the most significant factors affecting the 2022 U.S. housing market in the third quarter and the economy at large. Those 6 factors include inflation, Fed rate hikes, mortgage rates, housing prices, housing affordability, and recession concerns. Those are some of the main issues, so let's unpack them together. In the spirit of keeping it real, I don't have all the answers, but one thing I know is that we're all in this together no matter what happens. So I'll do my best to work through what's happening with you, and we can figure this out together moving forward. If you think I missed something, please let me know. Likewise, let me know how you see everything playing out in the comments. Thanks. Let's start with inflation. According to a U.S. inflation calculator, the current inflation rate is 9.1%. If you're wondering what causes inflation and why it's going up, here's a quick snapshot. Inflation happens when prices rise over time because more money is being spent on goods and services than before, which means more dollars are chasing fewer items available on the market at any given time. With lingering supply chain issues from COVID, we've seen a substantial increase in prices over the past couple of years. We're all feeling the pinch in everything that we do, whether we're buying groceries or just going out to dinner. It all just costs more. So if you're a buyer, this means that people who want to buy a house might not be able to afford it as easily as they could have just a few months ago. Now, if you're a seller, this means buyers are weighing the pros and cons with their inflation costs into their overall budgets, including buying their new home and how much it'll cost to maintain the home that they buy. It all means economic maneuvers are at play to reduce inflation by hiking rates. Adopting an open mind to negotiations will be needed in the current market. Since January, the Fed has hiked interest rates 4 times. The Fed most recently increased the rate by another 75 basis points on July 27th. So you might be wondering, how does this impact you in your life right now? In short, when the Fed raises its key interest rate, it makes borrowing money more expensive. As a result, banks and other financial institutions tend to borrow less money. Then the banks graciously pass along their higher borrowing costs to us by raising rates on consumer loans. If you're a buyer, your mortgage interest rate is likely to be higher than compared to periods earlier than this year. If you're a seller, it's highly probable that you'll see it play out with more negotiations, price reductions, and increasing inventory, aka the competition to attract qualified buyers in the current market. One type of consumer loan is a mortgage. In this chart by Fed Economic Data, we can see how the Fed's rate increases have already affected a 30-year fixed rate mortgage from the beginning of this year. Now, on January 6th, mortgage rates averaged right around 3.22% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. On July 21st, the average rate catapulted to a 5.54% average rate. That's a rate uptick of just over 2.3% in under 8 months. With the Fed's most recent rate hike on July 27th, it seems highly likely that mortgage rates will escalate during the third quarter. While some consider the current mortgage rates high, we could look back at them a year from now as an excellent rate. So if you're planning on buying a home, mortgage rates will probably jump again soon. So if you're pre-approved now, get with your lender to verify your pre-approval status and also ask about the cost of the rate that you have now, also known as buying points. This also means that taking time to work on your credit score to get a better rate is crucial. The better your credit score, the better rate you might get. To help out, check out my friends over at ScoreMaster. The average score increase is 61 points in 20 days. Of course, like anything else, individual results will vary, so please see the disclaimers. I personally use them and enjoy their interactive all-in-one financial platform. Just makes things easy for me. You can check them out if you want by using the link in the description of this video. Now, if you're a seller, the number of qualified buyers in the market could decline. This means you could see the need for increased price reductions to better position the pricing of your house with the current real estate market. So get with your realtor to review a winning game plan to get your home sold and double down on why you're selling your house is important to you. In any case, clarifying why you want to buy a home or to sell a house will serve you well and help you make well-informed decisions that are right for you. Okay, we still have 4 months to go this year, so we'll keep an eye on both what the Fed is up to and the mortgage rate activity. Let's talk about home prices for a moment. According to Redfin housing data, the median sales price for a home in June was $427,844 compared with $365,000 in just January of this year. Despite increasing mortgage rates, U.S. home prices have increased since the beginning of the year. This is largely due to the housing inventory shortage and high home buyer demand. Just because mortgage rates go up doesn't always mean we'll see a statistical decline in property values. However, it remains a possibility it could happen. What's propping up the current housing market is a shortage of available homes for sale. It seems very likely we'll see a sharp increase in home inventory during the third quarter. If you're a buyer, take the time to hire the right agent that can help you navigate the increasingly rocky waters of the current housing market. Then go back and Google the agent to check out their online ratings, reviews, and social media to help you find the right one for you. If you're a seller, if home inventory does increase in your real estate market, it will become increasingly likely price reductions will be needed to adjust to the new fair market value for your home. In the vast majority of cases, the days of bidding wars are over, and with it, the buyer's willingness to overpay for a property. Keeping an open mind for reasonable negotiations is necessary if you truly want to sell your house. In a few moments, I'll tell you what I'm watching and what seems likely to happen next. For now, if you're in a season of life that buying or selling a home makes sense to you, please make a smart move and a well-informed decision by ensuring you have a skilled and knowledgeable realtor and loan officer helping you. To make it easy for you, check out my friends over at homeandmoney.com and let their concierge team introduce you to a top agent near you. Working with an agent who understands what's happening in the market right now will serve you well. The link is in the description below this video. Affordable housing issues still persist despite the current market forces. A recent Wall Street Journal finding reported that the housing affordability is now at its lowest point since July 2006. According to this Fred economic data chart, the most recent index record was 102.5. For reference, the higher the number above 100, the more housing is considered affordable by the average American family. The closer it is to 100, the less affordable homes become. For both buyers and sellers, I believe it's worth noting that housing affordability might improve as available home inventory increases over time, which might happen over the next few months and into 2023. Based upon the housing predictions video I shared with you earlier this year, it seems possible housing prices might potentially not only decelerate, but go down 3% to 5% by the end of this year. If not this year, then assuredly in 2023. My honest thought and my honest feeling here is that we'll probably be seeing home prices come down in value by about 15% to 25% over the next 12 to 24 months, sometime in that period. Market has to come down to align itself with the area median income in each real estate market. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. The truth is that the best time to buy a home or sell a house is when the time is right for you for the reasons important to you. Real estate markets will always go up, down, and all around. The one thing that doesn't change is where you are in your life when you're making that decision. So be clear on the reasons why it's important to you. It will help you in the days, months, and years to come. By the time you watch this video, the second quarter GDP report will be out. With it, the litmus test of if we're in a recession. Be careful of all the different clickbait that you're going to see out there and that you might watch, or that you might see it in articles and read it. Please keep it in context. In these times, there are always those people that will prey upon other people's fear. Stay true to yourself. Don't lose yourself. Every day, it seems like new posts are coming out about how the US economy is getting closer to going off the deep end into a recession like someone barreling down Niagara Falls. According to the CNBC Fed survey, they say that we could see a recession by this time next year. Some people might say that we're already in a recession. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below, whether you feel like we're in a recession now or maybe we're headed towards one. By now, most of us are concerned that we're headed into recession and what that could mean for us and our families. Coming off the heels of COVID with another variant lurking around, just as we're trying to live our lives and do the best that we can, isn't what any of us need or want right now. The question is, are we prepared? Life is life and things will happen whether we're ready for them or not. So please, if you haven't already, please prepare now for a recession just in case. Given that a recession seems more likely than it is not, here are a few moves to begin taking to prepare for a recession. First, take a deep breath and stay calm. We'll get through this together. Next, update your resume and have it ready to go. Reduce as many expenses as possible to save money for your emergency fund. If possible, pay down debts, especially the high interest rate debts. Lastly, if you've considered adding to your skill set, now is a great time to take action. Okay, with all that news, we need to talk about something on the lighter side. Did you happen to see that Forbes article about an autonomous underwater rover spotting holes on the seafloor north of the Azores? How the holes got 3,000 meters below the ocean surface has scientists stumped, and I'm stumped too, trying to figure out how that happened. So the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA for short, is inviting the public to help come up with a possible solution to this mystery. I'll link the post in the description of this video in case you want to check it out. It's pretty bizarre. Okay, let's get back to it. Maybe you're thinking through your options and wondering what you should do next. So click here to see if now is a good time for you to buy a house or if you should wait. Or click here to learn 5 effective strategies to sell your house. Either way, the choice is yours. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, I'm sending you positive vibes. Everything goes your way.